Well, hello everyone. This is Fadi, and I am so excited to invite you to our 4th annual online conference, the CIRA conference that was launched back in 2020, and the Lord has continued to provide for us the opportunity and the platform to be able to do so. This year is no exception. We have 4 tracks, even though we have actually removed a traditional track that we've had for at least 3 years, which is the prophecy track, because we have an intention now to do another conference just about prophecy in the spring. And we replaced it with one related to Muslim refugees, meaning how to engage with Muslim refugees. And we are going to have an amazing, line of speakers that will talk to you and teach you for each one of these tracks, as you can see them right here on the screen. Track 1 has to do with the refugees. Track 2 has to do with the Muslim woman. Track 3 has to do with evangelism and discipleship in general. And track 4 has to do with apologetics and polemics. And you can see the photos of some of our amazing speakers. There's a lot of them. We could not fit all of them here. And the way to register or share the registration link is down at the bottom. There is the link right there, www.alfadiacademy.com/conference, conference, www.alfadiacademy.com/conference. You can see that we are also in the process of officially launching our online conference, but we will talk about that at a later time. Now for track one basically is going to deal with how to practically take care of Muslim refugees and also find opportunities to share with them the gospel. We have amazing speakers like Pastor Tom and his wife Joanne Doyle, who have experience with refugees. We have our brother George Husni, who does this day in and day out with Syrian refugees and others in Lebanon and also outside of Lebanon. We have others whose specialty is dealing with refugees as well, like Pastor Joshua Madison, and also our dear sister here, Lisa. Now, when it comes to track 2, which is the following day after track 1, that one focuses on doing outreach to Muslim women, how to deal with their needs, how to share the gospel with them effectively. Here we have also amazing line of speakers. We have some that are shown, some that are not shown. We have our dear sister Michelle here, who is an amazing speaker that talks into topics like this, will be one of our plenary speakers. And then we will have Joanne here doing a session, Joanne Doyle doing a session, and at the same time teaming up with her husband for a Q&A, a private Q&A or a special session that I will be doing with them. And in all of these tracks, by the way, we close the day with a panel discussion as well. But in the case of Tom and Joanne Doyle for the track on Muslim women, we're gonna do a special session just for the two of them in terms of doing a Q&A. Track number 3, that will be the following weekend. This one deals with how to do outreach and discipleship of former Muslims. All of us here that are teaching this are former Muslims. These 3 of us are from Saudi. We have another brother also who will be joining us. His name is Arkan. He will be as well a former Muslim from Iraq, but who was raised and grew up in other areas. We'll let him handle that when he's teaching. So this particular one is very unique in terms of that all of the teachers are former Muslims who are speaking into that topic and the importance of evangelism and discipling Muslims into Christ, and at the same time new believers from a Muslim background on how to grow in their walk. And finally, we will close the conference with track number 4, which is our traditional polemics and apologetics. And you can see some amazing teachers here. Dr. J. Smith talking about critical issues and assessment of the origin of Islam. Brother Anthony Rogers, who will be talking about Christ in the Psalms. David Wood, and he will be talking about apologetic topics. And then you have Dr. Edward Dalcor will talk about the Injil that was mentioned in the Quran and what is meant by that, which is it a singular gospel? Is it something different? And finally, we have Dr. Tony Costa, who will be covering the topic of who is the Allah of the Bible versus the Allah of the Quran. And these are just teasers, by the way. There are other things that will be discussed in addition to the panel discussion, the Q&A. Once again, I want to thank all of you for taking the time to register for the conference and taken advantage of the fact that there are few days left for you to start in track number 1, which starts on October 13th. Once again, you can go to this link, www.alfadiacademy.com/conference. Thank you again. This is Al Fadi, over and out. God bless.